Okay, so we want to speak about the multiphonic technique on the cello in string instruments, and particularly speaking about the last music by Salvatore Sciarrino. My quartet played the premiere of the last quartet, quartetto number 9, Ombre nel mattino di Piero. And when he sent the score, we had this surprise that this technique that he used quite a lot in the quartetto number 8, this multiphonic technique, was a very important part of the new piece. And it's in 2 movements, and the first movement is a kind of chorale, if we can say that, just of chords for the string quartet with the double stops multiphonics. And of course it was a challenge for my group to realize such a texture, because this is a very fragile technique, let's say. But at least for the use when it's in the lower strings, this is very safe and very efficient sound. So I would say, so he then uses in very different articulations, but let's say this easiest, more stable basic sound, let's say it's, for example, on the augmented 4th, on the 3rd and 4th string, so where we have the fa diesis. So we have this, it's a position that can produce an harmonic itself, so the 7th harmonic, no? But with the special work on your right arm, or your right hand, you can really try to feel this, let's say, resistance of the string, and produce this beautiful overlap of harmonics, which we call multiphonic. So first of all, I have to say, as an introduction, I have to say that I cannot really give 100% scientific explanation of this phenomenon, but I can explain how I feel and what I look for to produce this sound. So I think that really the left hand, the finger that touches the string, is playing with, of course, light pressure, exactly like an harmonic, but it's playing in a little slightly out of the right position. So if this position is producing the 7th, a little, very like 1 millimeter off the position will make the sound dirtier, so that it goes like broken, as if we can say. But I think the most important thing is here, so the bow arm, which is not too close to the ponticello, to the bridge, because this, being very close to the bridge, produces a cleaner sound, let's say. So when you look for a difficult harmonic and you go here, there is almost a selection of the sound that produces these high harmonics. But so I would go just a few centimeters off the bridge, and really look for this, I would say again, resistance of the string, this kind of, in Italian we would say attrito. It's a kind of force against, some kind of little tension in the string. And I would say the bow should be quite slow, a little slow, and a little deep. With, if possible, I would say also it can be important to say that we use all the hair, and sometimes you play also like very flautato. So this would be opposite of flautato. So all the hair and not one side, but really a good stable basis, and a little deep in the string. Of course, Sciarrino in this piece also explores different positions that sometimes are quite hard to achieve. Of course, we improve every performance. I say it's a little improvement, so maybe he's right when he says that in 10 years we will be really like playing these sounds like if it is the most simple and natural thing. So we are probably still processing the gesture and the movements, but I would say every performance. So, but still some positions are a bit challenging. So sometimes you have, for example, the D sharp here. Now it sounds really good, but not always, and also it depends on the acoustic. It depends on the weather. It depends on how the instrument is reacting to the humidity or how dry is the hole. So this is very, I have to say, very unstable sounds. So sometimes they react really fantastically good, and sometimes with the audience the acoustic dries a lot, and they don't sound as good as they sounded in the general rehearsal.